What would you do if the woman you buried 20 years ago knocked at your door? Would you open it or would you pretend you didn't hear? I open it. And this morning I opened the box again. Still empty. No note, no receipt. Just my name on something that wasn't there. I told myself maybe I imagined her. Maybe loneliness makes faces appear where they don't belong. But then I noticed something I didn't see yesterday. The delivery slip. It had a return address. And I know that address because it's the same place where I buried my wife.
I opened the box again this morning. Still empty. No note. No receipt. No explanation. Just my name printed neatly on a label that led nowhere. I told myself it was simple. A mistake. A mix-up at a warehouse. But mistakes don't knock on doors. And they don't wear familiar smiles. I turned the box over in my hands, running my fingers along the edges, pressing into the cardboard as if something might reveal itself if I pushed hard enough. Nothing. Then I noticed it. The delivery slip folded under the flap. I hadn't seen it yesterday. Or maybe I had, and my mind refused to register it. The return address was printed in small black ink. I read it once. Then again. And then I had to sit down. It was the cemetery. The same one. The same street. The same grounds where I stood 20 years ago in a black suit that didn't fit properly because I'd lost weight in 3 days. I swallowed. My eyes moved lower. The plot number. I knew it by heart. But this one was wrong. 1 digit off. Close enough to feel intentional. Far enough to feel wrong. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe it was a cruel joke. Maybe someone had no idea what that address meant to me. I checked the timestamp at the bottom of the slip. 3:17 p.m. But she came in the morning. The sun was still low when she stood on my porch. I remember the way the light hit her hair. I would remember if she had come twice. Wouldn't I? I looked around the house as if the walls might correct me. The hallway was quiet. The kitchen clock ticked like it always had. Nothing out of place. Nothing disturbed. Except me. I picked up the box again. Empty. I shook it gently. Nothing but air. It's strange how something that weighs nothing can feel heavy. I carried it to the living room and set it on the table beneath her picture. Her smile on that frame hasn't changed in 20 years. It's the same safe smile. The one that made me believe everything would be fine. She used to hate when numbers were wrong, I murmured. If a bill was off by even a cent, she would circle it in red and sit at the table until it made sense. She believed in order. In neat explanations. In things adding up. This didn't add up. I pressed my fingers against my temples. Maybe grief plays tricks. Maybe the mind protects itself by creating familiar faces. Maybe I wanted to see her so badly that I borrowed her features and placed them on a stranger. But strangers don't know how to look at you like that. Strangers don't hold your name the way she did when she said it. I walked back to the front door and opened it. The porch was empty. Morning light spilled across the steps. No footprints. No sign anyone had been there. I stepped outside and looked down the street. Normal. Cars passing. A dog barking 2 houses away. Life moving on without permission. I closed the door slowly and leaned my forehead against it. If this is someone's joke, I whispered, it's a cruel one. I slid the delivery slip into my coat pocket. My fingers lingered there for a moment, pressing against the paper as if it might disappear if I didn't hold it in place. I told myself I wasn't afraid. I buried her. I stood over the hole in the ground and watched them cover it. I survived that. But this was different. Because grief is something you learn to carry. Hope is something that breaks you all over again. I reached for my coat. Not because I believed in ghosts. Not because I believed she came back. But because if someone was playing with her memory, I needed to know who. I slipped my arms into the sleeves. My hand hovered over the door handle. And that's when I heard it. 3 knocks. Heavier this time. Slower. Deliberate. Not gentle. Not familiar. The sound filled the house in a way silence never could. I didn't move. Because this time, I wasn't sure I wanted to open the door.